Coming up in this video, how to access your intuition.
So now that I am hashtag woke AF, how do I tap into this hashtag superpower?
Is there a key to self-trust? Who has that key? How do I get it? We'll show you how to be intuitive, how to trust your intuition, and listen to your gut.
And Dave's going to turn my phone off because it just went off. So if you are new, consider subscribing. Click the bell. You'll be good to go, and we'll be on it. Yes.
Let us know that you can hear us and see us with a hashtag good to go.
So as always, guys, if you have any questions as we go relating to this topic, drop them in the comments. And if we don't get to them live, we will answer them on the replay. We do our best.
No, we don't do our best. We answer all the questions on the replay, especially if you're on YouTube.
Welcome
to
the live blooper reel. So before we get into the good stuff,
Before we get into the good stuff, I want IG to know that if you want your comments answered, if you want to be a part of the live completely, hit us up on YouTube and we answer more questions there because we can't actually see you as much as we want to.
It's harder to access.
So come on over to
IG.
YouTube.
Yeah. So before we do get into the good stuff, I want to lay something on you about this age we're in of spiritual awakening. Because raise your hand, do we feel like we're in this new kind of age of waking up? I hate using the term new age because it kind of, I think, pigeonholes the whole area of spiritual awakening, because I think it's so much better than just that, bigger than that term new age, because sometimes that has really weird connotations around it.
So there are more and more people that are searching for how to plug into the other side of their mind, how to access their spirit, how to hack their minds, access guidance, and use their intuition.
So inquiring minds want to know, and we get questions all day long, how do I trust my intuition, right?
Matter of fact, there were 450,000 people, that's almost 500,000 people searching for intuition every single month on that Google machine.
And that's every month. That's just like not 450,000 people ever. That's every month. That's what the stats. That's what the stats show. So that's important, because to get to some answers, and you have to stop beating yourself up, because that's the number one thing we see people doing, beating themselves up for not trusting themselves.
And start looking under the hood to see how it really works, because deep down we're all superheroes, and that's what we're doing today. That's what we're covering today, and that's what we're helping you to unlock, is your own superhero powers.
We're getting on it, right? Because the weakest link, we all gotta level up. So if you're watching live, give us a hashtag live tribe.
If you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay fam.
So, and for all our Zen heads in Zen Ed Academy that study with us there, let us know you're here with the hashtag Zen Head for life.
Also, let us know where you're watching from so that you can help me with my geography and my cultural expansion, because this is literally what I do. Somebody tells me where they're from, and I will go and research that place. If I'm not familiar with it, I will go and research that place. I will literally Google that.
He's trying to up his culture. He's trying to get more cultured.
I'm trying to get more cultured.
So he knows what's going on in the world. Okay, so.
What is up to Megan?
Megan's here.
Is that Alyssa, Elna, Suni? Thank you guys for joining us. It is so awesome to see you here. Megan says, shared a few times for you.
Thank you.
Awesome. And most importantly, this isn't for us. This is to spread the word, to get other people with quality information, because all of the BS out there is BS.
So, and that's why if you share the video.
Yes, it's selfish. We like it. But more importantly, we like to get the word out, to get people real information instead of all the unicorn poop.
And this is how we wake ourselves up in the morning, is getting live and just jumping in. So
hashtag West Virginia.
Yes, West Virginia. Have not been there, but I was born on the East Coast of the United States of America. So share this video and you get a prize, because we like to reward you with something.
Stay for the whole video and you get a prize.
And plus, we're going to help you clear up the clutter in your head, because that's what it's about, and access your intuition mo better.
Much mo better. And while that's going to be entertaining, the real reason that you should stick around is because of the mind-blowing secret weapon that we're going to be sharing to take your personal and professional life from basic to bodacious, but only if it fits for you.
Bodacious is my new favorite word, guys. Yes. And for those of you that don't know us yet, I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From ZenMostGarden.
Yes. Helping people create a bodacious life by combining the science of self-growth with the magic of mysticism.
And since 2008, we have helped thousands of clients and students go from feeling overwhelmed, confused, and insecure to being clear, confident, and successful.
Who wants that in their life?
I want it.
I do. If you've just found us, congratulations. You've just found the secret weapon, the absolute best weapon for your personal and professional success, especially in the metaphysical and intuitive arts. I know we're still honest, right?
He's my Capricorn. Got to give it to him every day. So that sounded really naughty. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
If you're under 18, close your ears. But seriously, stick with us and we'll give you everything you need to smack down those fears and catapult your personal healing influence into the world so that you can stand out in your own genius instead of being lost in a sea of purple mandalas. Not that there's anything wrong with purple mandalas, but
you just don't want to
get lost in a sea of them, okay?
Yes. So Megan says, it's a great place to get one with nature and ground, very calming energy. You should check it out sometime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
There's
Danielle.
Trees there too.
Danielle, thanks for joining us. There's trees. There might be trees.
We don't have so much trees in the desert.
Not so much of the
we
trees.
live in Las Vegas, Nevada. So what we noticed from a lot of our students, and a lot of our students are watching with us right here, from all over the world training to be professionals in our niche, there was a huge gap in what was being taught with a lot of the teachers that seemed to be doing the same thing everybody else was doing.
We're not trying to be those next copycat gurus doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, so what we noticed in our own education too is that some people taught all the cool intuitive techniques without a foundation of self-growth to stabilize it. Got to have the wax on, wax off.
And others taught self-growth without having a clue of what to do when people started opening up their intuitive skills, because that's a natural byproduct of working on yourself.
Yes, and both groups have a ceiling that lacks integration.
And we bridge that gap, and if you stay to the end, we're going to show you how to get our best resource for leveling up your skills personally and professionally in this field.
Because that's what we do when we're not on camera.
Yep.
So let's get into it. They say, and I know you've probably heard this quote because I've seen the memes circulating around the internet. They say that you should not believe everything you think, which is a little bit different than don't believe everything you hear.
Right.
If you're thinking, you're sort of still hearing it, right?
So this is very good advice when you're starting out to learn how to naturally access your intuition.
And since your intuition is that first primal urge, like we've been talking about in our recent videos, that instant knowing that kind of bypasses the thought. We have to learn to act from that peaceful place of knowing before we start overthinking it.
Never drop character.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know what character I was in, so I just went back to me because that's my permanent character. So, but that's what we're going to get into today. How exactly do you practice accessing your intuition?
So we gave you some tips in the last video on how to prepare the body to be a calm receptor of that first peaceful impulse. The link is in the description for that one. Go watch that video after this one. But in order to access your intuition consistently, you have to kind of reverse engineer what happens after you fudge up the process.
So after you screw up the process is where you figure out how you screwed up the process.
And make it better next time.
Right, that's how we're trying to get you to access it better.
So that's what they mean by don't believe everything you think, okay? Some of it is a protective mechanism that is trying to keep you safe, even though it's messing up the works.
Some or none of what you hear, right? So now that you have turned on your superpowers, how do you fine-tune them like a boss?
So are there keys to that hashtag self-trust? Who has that key? How do you get it?
Well, the short answer is that you have the key. You just keep misplacing it because you were too drunk up in the club and the night janitor swept it up, right? Okay.
Who got my intuition? Who got my intuition? I lost my intuition.
Yes.
Oh.
That's not going to be on the top 40.
Now it's time for the good stuff.
So
if we market it well.
So here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go, go, go. Here we go. Okay.
Tip number 1. We're going to give you 3 tips today.
The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Squeaky wheel. Hashtag David. So when
grease lightning.
So when we are accessing our intuition and we follow it,
Yes.
there is no glitch in the system. It's smooth and we move easily through to the next thing. We're not noticing that anything's wrong. It's just like, right?
And sometimes that transition is so smooth that we don't even realize that we've accessed our intuition because we just go and may never know.
It's integrated. It's like clockwork, right?
It's really hard to keep score when it comes to how many times our intuition worked well for us, which may be way more times, is absolutely way more times than it didn't, because we just remember in a huge way, in a big way, the times we fell on the pavement, landed flat on our face, and ouch, that hurt.
Yeah, so one of the many courses our students have access to in Zen Ed Academy is Crushing Self-Doubt. And I will tell you that when we teach our students and our clients, they will remember that one time they hit the pavement as opposed to the 100 times that they got it right. And so when you start to look at the 100 times you got it right, you may not even realize that you got it right. Like, I didn't even know I missed that accident. I just went home and it was business as usual. So
Crushing Self-Doubt is one of the courses, one of the many courses that they have that our students have access to. And it really, really gets deeper into all of the good shit that you need to trust yourself.
So who
Julie does. Julie says, Tuesday morning, I told Carly her water would break and she wouldn't have contractions. Her water broke 12 hours later at 11:30 p.m. that night. After that, I said, you'll deliver 18 hours later. He was born at 5:30 p.m. Intuition sometimes leaks out my mouth without even thinking first.
And that is intuition. So intuition is not a full-on psychic hit that you're tapping into and getting. It's like the most primal piece of psychic information. So that is a perfect example of like that boom, smooth intuition. Here it is. It just came out of her mouth before she even thought about it. And that's like, she's not overthinking it. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. She's just like, boom, there it is. And it happens smoothly.
And Megan says, yes, the more you trust yourself and allow yourself to be genuine and true to yourself, it just flows. KISS. Keep it simple, smarty. I'm changing it up. I'm re-owning it. And I want to say what's up to Starseed. Thanks for joining us. It is always awesome to see you here.
So, as always, we want to lay free stuff on you guys. Who wants free stuff, give us a hashtag free stuff.
We've got 2 freebies, but you have to earn them. 1 for sharing and 1 for staying. Keep watching and we'll tell you how. Also, we do change these up every month. So, keep sharing, keep watching. You'll get new stuff.
That's all the David department. So if you let him know, let me know.
Yeah.
So hit the like button, give us some hearts if this is making sense. We're gonna move on to tip numero dos.
That would be number 2 for all you English speakers. And we only know what to work on when the mission fails.
And this is where that reverse engineering process comes from. So when the mission fails, we see the results of what happens when we don't act on our intuition.
First, if you are overthinking the impulse and trying to decide what to do, even though you already have the answer, you may be having a power struggle inside.
So second, if you acted initially against that intuitive impulse, now you are beating yourself up. So
what happens when you don't follow your gut is that there are 2 voices that start debating and start to overthink your intuitive impulse instead of just doing it.
So these 2 voices in your head start to argue over decisions, like should I do this or should I do that? The intuition has been brought into the realm of the conscious. Now you're thinking about the intuition instead of acting. And now your subconscious knowing intuition, which is a softer, quieter voice, has to stand its ground against the loud kid in class that can be a bully at times. And that's your conscious mind voice. So those are the 2 voices that are now arguing inside your head.
Right. It's like a crabby old married couple arguing over where to eat for dinner. Then they yell at each other and then give each other the silent treatment at the table.
As opposed to that Yoda couple at the park sitting on the bench, sharing an egg salad sandwich out of a paper bag, feeding the pigeons, loving each other like they were still kids.
Hashtag relationship goals.
Relationship goals.
So our goal with our students is to get their minds to work together like that old Yoda couple. Where's Yoda? I
have Yoda here.
Yoda.
This is my Yoda.
These are all of our students. This is a real world example. This is actual
This
footage,
is an actual student.
actual footage of our students.
Might actually be my teacher. This is sort of like representative.
No,
of
this is our students. This is what we turn our students into. So if you want to be Yoda, come join us.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's what's up, guys. So how are we doing so far? Are you getting this? Is this making sense?
If this is blowing your mind, share it with someone who needs their mind blown, who needs their mind hacked, who needs to learn how to trust their intuition, who needs this information. Real stuff instead of unicorn poop.
So hit the like button, give us some hearts if this is making sense. And we want to poll you guys at this point because every day we like to ask you guys questions.
Poll time.
So what does your mind feel like most?
Are you that crabby couple or the Yoda couple? Is that what your mind feels like? Crabby couple or Yoda couple? Does your mind continue screaming at yourself and giving yourself the silent treatment? Or are you chilling on a bench eating an egg salad sandwich?
I love egg salad sandwich. That's like what I want for breakfast now. So tip number 3. I'm like, this is not 3, that's a hashtag.
This is observing the old married couple in your head.
Okay, so let's come back full circle to that quote. Don't believe everything you think. And these are the 2 voices that this quote is talking about. One of them needs to take a seat, maybe 2 seats.
Maybe 20 seats.
Yes.
So your conscious mind has a job to do. We're not negating the conscious mind. The conscious mind is very integral. But right now it's overstepping, being a drama queen. It's like, if you do this, this might happen, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's going to laugh at you, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
It is the runway blocker extraordinaire. Worse than me.
He's a runway blocker.
I will block all the runways, but your conscious mind sometimes does me over.
But I like him because he pays for sushi. So the key is to first know that both of these voices are you.
Yes.
It's not some outside voice or some evil demon trying to torment you. It's the inner demon of your conscious mind being a drama queen and not understanding its job description. Boom. It's trying to fix the computer with a sledgehammer.
Which doesn't work.
No.
So step back now. Okay, step back and observe the thoughts. Like, for a moment, you are not these voices for a second, okay? The voice that is panicked, that is telling you to do something out of some kind of fear, like fear of missing out, hashtag FOMO, anybody?
Yep.
Fear of being ridiculed, fear of whatever it is that your conscious mind voice is overthinking stuff. Tell it to stop trying to give stock market advice when it can't even balance a checkbook, okay? And give the talking stick back, just let it go.
So the subconscious mind voice defends the intuitive impulse, right? Okay, so the conscious mind is arguing against the why not. And the subconscious mind voice is defending that intuitive impulse. It shouldn't even be doing this right now because you should have already acted on it.
Right.
Now you're torturing yourself. But the subconscious mind voice is a peaceful, calm, quiet voice. It's not freaking out based on the what ifs. And this is how you can tell the difference once you are reverse engineering what has happened.
So
Okay.
This is the voice that is trying to make a solid argument for your intuition, but really quiet.
Yeah. Then
This one, it feels peaceful. Even in the middle of crisis and the storm, it's really quiet though.
So this is the part, this is why it's so hard to figure out after you haven't acted or when you're torturing yourself about it, because you've got these 2 voices battling for, the answer. So the one voice, the subconscious mind voice, is quiet. That answer is not going to change.
Right.
And here's the irony to that.
The conscious mind voice that argues why you shouldn't follow that intuitive impulse in the first place is the very same voice that beats you up when you don't follow it.
Okay, it's like that wishy-washy guy in the movies that keeps changing sides depending on who's winning. So that's kind of how you tell the difference. So
The bandwagon.
Right. So the subconscious mind is very quiet, but doesn't change that. Like, here's why you should do it. It's calm.
It's consistent.
Peaceful. It's consistent.
But it's
The
quiet.
conscious mind is going to change, depending on which you pick. Oh, see, you should have chosen that one.
Yep.
And when you don't choose it, it's like, don't choose that one. You might fall off a cliff. So you can't trust it in that capacity.
So our students learn how to write that wishy-washy guy who's always changing sides out of the wrong part of the script. It's got the wrong role that it's playing, and into a better part in the play in their minds. Okay? Because we're not trying to eliminate this part of yourself. We're trying to just change the role because it's still a part of your mind.
So Megan says, yes, lay ego to rest, not needed in intuition. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so our ego is kind of, the conscious mind is sort of amplifying that ego.
Yep.
So the conscious mind is the one that's like, the conscious mind does have a really important role in your life,
Yep.
but it can slip into that ego place really easily. So,
it's trying to be the navigator and the driver at the same time. It doesn't work that way.
So like we say, the key to knowing is stepping back and observing those two voices.
Yep.
Once you have slipped into that, reverse engineering kind of space.
So
once you do that enough, you're going to get better at accessing your intuition.
And having both parts play together.
Right.
Instead of battling each other. Speaking of awesome, I want to say what's up to Mimi, Starseed, to Megan, Jason, Julie. Thanks for joining us. You guys are amazing. Danielle, thank you. All right, so are you more excited now that you have these tips? Is your mind blown yet? Have we cleared up some mysteries or busted some myths?
So we are on a mission to bust all the myths in self-growth and spirituality. We like to think of ourselves as the spiritual myth busters.
Actually, that was something that was given to us.
Somebody said that about us once, and we're like, I want to own that. But we do need your help because nothing happens in a vacuum.
Get the word out. Share this video. Click the I'm part of the evolution link in the description to get your bonus, and drop a I shared ZRG hashtag I shared ZRG in the comments.
Now we want to give some love back to one of our Zen
Lords,
heads.
oh, thank you, Lords. You changed your name. That makes me so happy. Now I know that it's you.
Okay.
Now that I know.
So we want to give some love back to one of our Zen heads, because when you guys love us, we like to love you back and give you the props that you deserve. Cindy shared her experience with us on the Google machine recently. She said, got to the bottom of issues I've had forever quickly. I was very impressed with how David and Heather were able to read me and my needs and handle them so effectively. They are awesome coaches with great tools to handle anything. I am looking forward to working with them more. I can't say thanks enough. The things we worked on have been tripping me up for a long time, and nothing else has been effective at clearing them. Thanks again. Cindy, we love you back.
Cindy, I thank you. Thank you. And just the depth that we go to, and the openness that our students and our clients have, allows us the freedom to go deeper. It's up to our clients and our students how deep they want to go. We've got a tremendous range of skill set and a tremendous tool bag, but we can only go as deep as you're willing to. So to have somebody come to us who is willing to go deep and willing to work through those things, you don't have to know how. You just have to be willing. So Cindy, thank you for being willing to open up and to go deep where you needed to go to get what you needed. Thank you.
And
thank you for that feedback.
And that's kind of what we love to do. That's what gets our rocks
that's
off.
That's our selfish motivation is cracking the codes
cracking the codes of what's messing up with you. Yeah. So we have learned over the years that self-growth and developing your intuition in your personal and your professional life go together like sushi, Sapporo, and sake.
And that is why we created our signature subscription membership. Remember, we told you we were going to give you our secret weapon. This is our secret weapon, Zen Ed Academy, and it bridges that gap to teach you the real stuff.
So you could keep bouncing around like a pinball from one outdated program to another, never gaining traction, or start hacking your mind, healing your heart, because that's at the base of everything. Yes. Happiness and joy, and connecting your soul back to that mystery that is.
So that you can live a more rich, satisfying life and do more for the world. Literally, Cindy's comment and all of the other comments that we get from our students, it blows my mind the amount of impact that our students and our clients are able to make on the world because of the work that they do with the quality information that they get.
But you guys do the work, we just kick you in the butt. So anyway, it is time to get our secret weapon plugged directly into all of the unique proven shortcuts, signature mind hacks, and emotional ninja skills that have worked for thousands of our students and clients to step into their clarity, confidence, and personal power so they can live their passionate purpose completely.
So is this right for you? We know that this is not going to be right for everybody, but if you are tired of
mediumship advice that is way too complicated,
Are you tired of people telling you that the intuitive arts and all the mystical, metaphysical arts are satanic?
And people telling you that light workers and healers are all crazy? That's a blanket statement. Don't like it.
It might be ready for you if you are ready for intuitive development without judgment,
Psychic and mediumship training that doesn't scare the crap out of you.
self-growth that is natural and fun. If so, Zen Ed Academy is just what the doctor ordered.
So what is it? Zen Ed Academy is where the science of self-growth meets the magic of mysticism, which is just science that science hasn't figured out yet.
Science that science hasn't figured out
And that's kind
yet.
of my opinion.
Yeah.
With the best collection of mind hacks, emotional healing techniques, and psychological superpowers so that you can create that greater lasting impact in the world while living your best life. And most of all, having fun, because why are we on this planet?
Most
Right?
importantly, having fun. Because if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.
So this is going to work for you even if you're allergic to fairy dust,
That's it.
which is a seasonal thing for me. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. And you just need real information without all the unicorn poop.
Even if you're a complete virgin to this and have never had your metaphysical cherry popped.
You know, that's going to be a real bummer for me if sometime in the future I find out that unicorns don't poop. Like, that's going to completely, like, screw up my pitch, right? And then I'm going to have a crisis.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zen Ed Academy is our inner circle where we jack you into the ZRG mainframe so you can finally conquer that inner supervillain, master your unique superpowers that are unique to you uniquely.
So that you can heal and save the world in the special way only you can. There is no other you.
So what do you need to do to get into the academy? Just
Click the
simply
link in the description to be taken to the checkout cart, put in your details, and in seconds start the first lesson of our Crush Self-Doubts for Success course that will get you on your way to rewriting the script and trusting yourself like a boss.
So all the info is down below. And if you have been watching a lot of our videos, you hear us mention several different classes. We have a lot of classes in there. And
Right now, there are 17 full-size classes in there and growing.
including our advanced mediumship certification, a whole bunch of different things on self-growth and intuitive development across the board. And we teach every week more classes.
Yes.
So
Because you stayed to the end, you get the prize. Click the I love you so much I stayed link in the description with a hashtag I love ZRG.
and if you liked this video, hit the like button.
If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear from you.
And that is where we get the ideas for our videos, is from your
feedback.
feedback.
For more mind hacking pro tips,
Be sure to subscribe
and click the bell to turn notifications on
so you're the first to know.
when we drop a new video.
That's me trying to act with you. Or we go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource, and the fact that you guys are choosing to spend that with us, most importantly, with yourselves, leveling up your skills and taking yourself to a whole new level, we absolutely honor and appreciate that. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you in the next video.
See you in the next video.